All right, I'm here with Coach,
What's up, guys?
and we want to talk about your goated moment.
Goated moment. All right, so I'm Coach Frank. This will be my second year here coaching sprints at Westfield High School. My goated moment of my athletic career would either be winning the state 4x4 relay championship indoor title my senior year of high school. I had a foot injury that year, so it meant a lot. We pushed through a lot that season, and so to win the state title that year, being injured indoors was a big deal. It was exciting. We weren't able to repeat outdoors, which was sad. One of our teammates, Tyler knows Coach Lancaster. Coach Lancaster and me go back a little bit because of Tyler. So Tyler and Coach Lancaster ran track together at George Mason University. So that's how I got introduced to Trent. And so he was hurt outdoor year, unfortunately, at our high school. So we came in fourth outdoors. So we didn't repeat the state title then, which was sad. But overall, we were third overall in the state that year. First in the state with the Lyles brothers. And obviously, as some of you know, Noah Lyles is now an Olympic champion. And so that's pretty cool. But with that, my second one, or close to my top favorite, would be watching my brother. So I have a twin brother named Ed. We'll be watching him and my college teammates win the district distance medley relay championship in college. They won that also indoor conference meet. They set the conference record that year too. I'm not sure if it's been broken since, but it was a conference record at the time for the Atlantic 10, which was really cool to watch. Very exciting. All right. So originally, I was a baseball player growing up. My dad really loved baseball, and so that was my main sport growing up in middle school and elementary school and stuff. And I played baseball my freshman year of high school. I ran into a track, but then I for the winter season, but then I went and played baseball in the spring season, and didn't really enjoy it. Coaches weren't great. The team culture and atmosphere wasn't great. It was a lot of like hazing and a lot of just toxic, just not a very fun environment to be around. And so once my sophomore year rolled around and I'd finished indoor season, like I was pretty during that winter season. During the winter indoor season my sophomore year, I was sure, yeah, I'm giving up on baseball and switching over to the track. And it was a great decision since I had a lot of success with it. But my mom's the one that originally pushed me to do track in the winter season, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do winter track my freshman year, but I got cut from the basketball team, and so it was like, well, you got to do a sport. And so I followed my mom's advice and did winter track, and here we are. And so then the reason I got in coaching, I still wanted to be around the sport all these years later, right? So I competed 4 years of high school, 5 years of college, and then so after that I was like, man, I really want to continue this. I want to be around the sport still. But also I really wanted to give back. I've trying not to be negative, right? Trying not to hold grudges per se, right? Trying not to be angry in a sense, but there's a lot of coaching in high school, and the coaches as well as college coaches just had a lot they were lacking, whether it be leadership, communication, knowledge, right? So once I got into coaching, I was like, man, I really want to do this better than what I received. I want to give my kids a better experience than what I got. And so that drives me a lot. It drives me a lot to be like, I want to be the best coach that I can be, to give back to my kids. Because right, as a coach, it's crazy, just like a teacher does, right? Like, you hold those athletes' dreams in your hands, right? If I give workouts, you can bleep that out. If I give a bad workout or a bad plan, right, or bad structure, kid, you're not going to get better like you should, right? If I don't know my stuff and I don't know what I'm doing a disservice to the kids. And so I've always kind of felt like I need to give back to athletes after what I've gotten. And again, I had a lot of success, but there was a lot of things that could have been a lot better, right? And I do I do question what if I had gotten better coaching, like if, because obviously as an athlete you identify a lot about your successes, right? And so I ran terribly. I didn't have any success in college, so it was a struggle mentally, right? I struggled a lot mentally with in college because, for one, I wasn't running very well. I wasn't running fast, and I didn't really enjoy school. So it was definitely a lot mentally to get through. And so I do my best out here to not let that happen to these kids,
But one last thing, what's your big advice, not just as a track athlete, but as an athlete? What's the best advice you can give?
Best advice I can give to an athlete?
Mm-hmm.
Consistency, right? The more consistent you are with anything, right? Whether it be school or relationships or whatever, right? Anything in your life, the more consistent you are, the more you communicate, the more you are on top of things, the more you're gonna succeed, right? So whether that's studying in the classroom and being consistently paying attention in class and not listening, or right, the more you pay attention, the more you dedicate your time to something, the more you're going to be successful at it. So just like in the classroom, out here, man, if you're here every day and willing to work hard and try to get better, you're going to make progress. And I think that's the beautiful thing about track in general, right? It doesn't really matter about who's coaching or playing time, stuff like that, right? If you're here and you're working towards something, you're going to see progress. And I think seeing progress is always mentally a good thing to see, because you feel good about yourself when you feel like you're getting better at something. So that's my best advice. Come out, run with us, and have some fun. It's definitely a hard sport, but when you're grinding with your teammates and working hard together and making gains together, it can really be very powerful to see. And you're bonded together with these people that you're working hard with, because everybody at each other's side knows what the other person's going through, because this is a hard sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's our interview with Coach. Thank you for your time, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.